Happy Earth Day to everybody. What a great day to celebrate. And let's just keep doing it every year. I'm Jay Klopfenstein. I've been requested to make an EcoFest presentation today, and it's basically on citizen science. Citizen science is April is Citizen Science Month. And so join our EcoFest efforts to protect and monitor pollinators. Anyway, groups in the North County are getting together to reach out. Each of us can make a difference with citizen science by, in case of projects like pollinator kits, we can go out and monitor and help protect pollinators and the monarchs that are coming through our area this month and throughout the summer. Help us place citizen science pollinator kits in our campus and community libraries and nature centers. We all can participate, even in our backyard. So we can grow pollinator patches, share pollinator seeds, attract, monitor monarchs, and provide for pollinators. Help place citizen science pollinator kits in our libraries. We're working on trying to place them in our local libraries so every citizen and student in our schools, teachers and whatnot, can check them out and do some science in our communities. Here's a download that you can go and download from sciencestarter.org, the Library and Community Guide to Citizen Science. It's a PDF that's about 20 pages to help us all get involved. Monarchs along our coast have dropped by 90%, and this last year by 99%. So been a marked decrease in the last 20 years entirely in North America. They're an iconic pollinator, amazing. They go 3,000 miles from Mexico to Canada every year. It takes 4 generations during the summer to get to Canada and 1 super generation to get back. I'd like to emphasize that mayors can get involved in the Monarch Pledge by participating in their cities and encouraging people to get out and protect and provide patches for monarchs. The Mayor's Monarch Pledge, there are 600 mayors already that have signed up, and many in our local San Diego, even in North County here, have joined in Encinitas and Oceanside. So we want to encourage as many mayors as possible to take the pledge and get us all involved. Here's some examples: Encinitas, Escondido, Malibu, Mopark, Oceanside, and Ontario, California. Just a few examples. This is open until April 30th of this year. So encourage our mayors to get involved. Extended through April 30th. So we got about, 15 more days. Here's the Mayor's Monarch Pledge action items. They only have to fulfill maybe 3 out of the 25 action items. So let's help them get involved and support the efforts in our communities. How can you help? Plant milkweed, plant native flowers. Feed the migration, plant native flowers and plants. Keep the monarchs healthy, plant native milkweed instead of tropical milkweed. Plant monarch-safe plants, especially without pesticides. Let's see if we can put monarch butterfly gardens in our community. Corporations, schools, parks, nature centers, we can all contribute and help the monarchs in their migration, and some of them actually stay year-round. You can purchase milkweed at your local nursery here in North County or all over San Diego County along our coastline, and put it in your front yard or backyard. I encourage you to put it in the front yard to have your neighbors recognize and talk with them about, let's help the monarchs on their migration. Be careful with the milkweed. You can plant the milkweed, but you have to be really careful. You have to use gloves. And the reason you use gloves is that milkweed produces a white sap that contains a mild poison. It's a bitter taste that warns away many of the animals and insects that try to eat the monarchs. Humans are not exempt from this poison. Milkweed can be very irritating to the skin, but it's also very dangerous if it gets into your eyes. So anyway, it can irritate, it's poisonous, but it's really important for the monarch, especially in the caterpillar age. The caterpillar is able to eat it, and the poisons prevent animals from eating it. Let's help the monarchs on their migration. All ages can get involved in putting together these pollinator patches. You can even use sunflowers that grow, 5 and 6 feet high. That's a pollinator attractor and certainly attracts the monarchs so they'll have fuel on their way north in the migration and even south in their migration back to their home grounds in Mexico. Put a sign in your yard. You encourage other people. Let's make the butterfly highway so that they can get up to Canada and back to Mexico, and some of them even stay here all year round. Here I am trying to encourage and share with other people with my pollinator hat and some milkweed in a little container where the caterpillars eat almost 30 leaves, unbelievable, 30 leaves during a 2 to 3 week period before they turn into a chrysalis that then turns into, here they are as a caterpillar, here they are as a chrysalis. See the little gold band on the green things hanging in the front yard in this container? Container protects from pests and other things that eat them and destroy them. Here they are, hatched out. So the neighborhood kids come and enjoy holding them for just a few minutes and then releasing them. And I take them to the library and display. In this case, you can see in the background that I'm at the library. Here I am in the front yard. Here are just a few containers, and I was able to collect, well, almost 25 butterflies were hatched out in this container and then released. They lay their eggs on the bottom side of the milkweed leaves. And then here's a butterfly being released, a monarch, and it will be on its way up north to Canada. And the milkweed, we can all grow milkweeds. We just passed out 450 packets in the library, going out to schools and residents who came to our website for the community gardens, and the library helped pass out these seed packets so people can put them in their front yard. Get involved in the pollinator kit, observing pollinators. This is a citizen science kit where you watch pollinators visiting flowering plants, and you count the number of caterpillars or the number of adult monarchs. You can even go to our Naturalist Museum and download the iNaturalist or seek and monitor and put up your own account watching monitors in your backyard or in a park or in the school grounds. And it's for all ages. You can check out, the local parks. Hopefully we'll be able to grow more milkweed so that we can attract the pollinators. Hopefully we can place them in the schoolyards and have habitats so that we can monitor and encourage students to participate in citizen science. This is a male milkweed, excuse me, what did I say? Milkweed, not some monarch. 2 lower spots there in the lower wings. That's the male, and the female doesn't have those 2 dark spots in the lower wings. So we're on a monarch mission here to empower all of us, students, to improve habitats for monarchs. And hopefully from our schools and from our corporate centers and even from our city municipality, we can release monarchs back into the community and on their way in the migration. Not just us. You can see around the country that lots of people are involved in citizen science and putting pollinator patches in their yards and school campuses. Here's a monarch way station. We've placed him in our community gardens here in Carlsbad. The Girl Scouts come and put in the milkweed and monitor, all during the summer and fall. And here we are at the schoolhouse community garden here in the Calavera Park, presenting at the library to share with people who are really getting involved in citizen science and involved in putting pollinator patches in their yards. Passing out sunflower seeds during Earth Day, hopefully at EcoFest, and then here in the next few days out of the flower fields with the Chamber of Commerce outreach. The Green Business Expo coming up April 21st, just in a day or two. Hopefully we can pass out pollinator garden mixes while we're there and encourage you to help place these pollinator garden mixes in our libraries and to check them out and to make your own pollinator patch. All ages can get together and involved and put together these sunflower seeds in your front yard to be a showcase to share with others. It's become a national network where we're trying to encourage 1 million gardens across the country. Anyone can help. Take the challenge and put in a pollinator patch and become a showcase in your front yard with sunflowers and other plants that attract pollinators. Fuel them on their way in their migration, or maybe even some of them stay to just keep generations coming to the gardens. Here's an example of a sunflower patch that a friend of mine sent to me saying, "Thank you for the seeds. We planted them and they attracted monarchs." Here's my wife in front of a yard where people put together the plants, the seeds, the sunflower seeds. And if you're really into looking at Butterflies go down to the Coastal Roots Farm down in Encinitas and year round. They have them in this vivarium. Let's protect and preserve and keep the monarchs in our communities so that they can survive and migrate every year. Join us, Citizen Science. We have a happy hour chats every other Monday from 6 o'clock on Zoom. Just email me at jklopfenstein@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me and watching this slide program. Let's get out there and participate in EcoFest. Thank you.